So it's episode number 2 of our podcast in which we will be discussing about the game between Liverpool and Manchester United which just happened today and ended in a draw. So joining me is Gentian again and I am Miranik. So let's start the podcast and discuss about that game, how it went and what happened at the Anfield. So here we go.
That game wasn't that boring, but the people find it boring because it ended without goals. But it had a lot of actions, like Liverpool trying to find a goal, holding possession on the ball on the first half. Lukaku trying to score one past Mule. Uh, there were there weren't debatable uh, fouls, debatable set pieces. It was a quite fun game to watch, actually.
Yeah.
Salah actually should improve on his finishing because he was kind of terrible. But on the first half, he was everywhere on the attack force.
Yes, he
Like
was
the ball
good.
wanted to go.
Exactly.
The ball wanted to go with him, and he wanted to score. He actually could have scored like 2 or 3 goals
Yeah.
on the first half because he had a lot of chances. Like to be honest,
He had.
and that
Yeah.
and even that De Gea save on the first half was
That was a
he,
remarkable save, and it reminded me of the save that he made last year in the same fixture between Liverpool and United at Anfield. He certainly saved the 2 points again for United in this game.
yeah, for me, man of the match for United has been De Gea, pretty much,
Of course, he was
because
brilliant.
Lukaku isn't proving himself on the big matches. The midfield was kind of meh, actually, with Matic being the holding midfielder and Herrera trying to play as Pogba, and
Yes.
he didn't fail, but he didn't even copy him. Like, he wanted to play like him, but he didn't copy him.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
and that was the thing. And I did read a joke about De Gea on somewhere on some social media platform which said Liverpool, Chelsea, and City alongside Arsenal and Tottenham should pay Real Madrid to buy De Gea because that guy can stop Mexicans from entering the US. So
But yeah.
so
That
that
was that
was
was funny. That was
that was
funny.
funny.
Like, that was funny. I still doubt myself how Real failed to sign him back in 2014, was it 2015?
I think
When
it
was it?
was 2015 and it was some fax machine issue
Fax
that
machine
happened.
problems on the deadline date as well. So
Yeah, but I think Real Madrid is cool right now with Keylor Navas, so I don't think they have any issues in their goalkeeping department right now. But for long term, of course, they will come and make a bid for De Gea.
yeah,
He is a
De
top,
Gea though.
he is a top player in the
De
league.
Gea was amazing
Yeah,
today. Always will be for Manx,
exactly.
and he is the savior
He
of
is the savior.
of that precious point that they got today.
Yeah, exactly. And there was some response from the United fans that they were saying it wasn't a really good performance for Liverpool, and the 7 points difference do call for that performance-wise that Manchester United are better than Liverpool, but they do forget that so far Manchester United have played 7 games against the teams which are in the bottom 9. I mean, I will correct myself. Five
Yeah,
teams out of
yeah.
7, they have played 5 teams which are in the bottom line, and Liverpool, on the other hand, played 5 teams which are in the which are in the top 9. So that
Yeah.
justifies that Liverpool aren't doing that bad. They are playing fine football, but it's somehow unlucky that they couldn't get the results. That with the
They were
kind
on
of
fire. They
yeah
were on fire after winning 4-0 against Swansea, 4-0 against Everton,
yeah
4-0 against West Ham,
surely
and Liverpool has actually had hard times against Watford. City game was pretty much disastrous
It was
for
disaster had it
Liverpool.
not been a red card
After
for.
Mane's
Yeah,
red card, it was disastrous.
exactly.
You couldn't do anything about it,
Uh,
and City was literally on their top form, and they were exploiting Liverpool's weak areas.
they are currently on a top form. If you look at their today's result, they won 7-2 against Stoke City. So they are
Yeah,
really
they
riding
were
high.
2-0 down. They were 2-0 down. Stoke
Yeah,
tried, and they were like on fire.
yeah,
Three goals. The first three goals. The first three goals were from three different people.
yeah.
So makes sense
Yes, it does make
how
sense.
City is cooperating
And
as a team.
Kevin De Bruyne is really on fire for City. He has, I think, scored. He has leveled Messi in the terms of assists that he gave from starting from 2013 onwards. Like Messi have gave 68 assists for his team, and same is the case with De Bruyne, who has gave the same number of assists in the top five European leagues. So that
Yeah,
that pretty much tells
that's
he is developing into a good and a great player for whichever club he has
that's
played.
there are some. Those are some numbers for De Bruyne.
Yeah,
De Bruyne actually is proving himself with City. I think he is kind of underrated now in the European side. I mean, like Real have literally the best midfield in the world
yeah,
currently. No one is
yes,
denying it.
true.
And De Bruyne, De Bruyne is literally on top. It's
He
he's up there with Cross and
yeah.
Modric.
Yes, he is in a he's a top player right now, but I think the bad season which City had last year somehow
Yeah,
overshadowed his performance.
that's what it makes. That's what it made him some kind of a flop. Not flop
A
really,
sober
because
player, just a sober player, not too good.
yeah, he was neither. He was neither flop, neither good. So it was in
It
average.
yeah, he
He
was
was in that
yeah, you can
mid
say
area.
average. I did remember the goal he scored in the Europa League. Sorry, not Europa League. I mean Champions League. That free kick goal that was insane.
Against Barcelona, yeah.
Yeah, that was insane goal. So he's a good player. He can become a great player in future, but only time will tell. But for now, let's get back to the United game. We should talk about the tactics. I think the tactics of United first. How they played. They started the game with. I think they did attack in the first few minutes, but after that they tracked back as soon as they realized that Salah and Coutinho are going good in the field. They changed their tactics abruptly and they sat back and started defending, I think.
United actually started with 4-2-3-1, which is Mourinho's classic tactic,
Hmm.
classic formation.
Hmm.
Everyone thought Mourinho will start with 3-5-2 because of the lot of wing backs that can get back on the defense and get it with 5-3-2.
Hmm.
But Mourinho is actually a smart person as a coach. He's a smart coach
True,
when it comes to defense.
true.
First few minutes for Manchester United, they were there, like they were in the game,
Yeah,
but after losing the ball very easily, Liverpool dominated the field and the possession for that matter for
uh,
like for
yeah,
like 20 25 minutes, and literally after those 25 minutes
yeah.
they dominated the entire first half
Yeah, and
with
with
that
the
position.
progression of time, I think the Firmino and Coutinho and Salah, they all were linking up well, and I did so Wijnaldum doing well as well in the midfield, who hasn't had a good season so far. If you talk about the league, he has improved in this game, so that was a pleasing sight for me. And talking about about Liverpool's captain Henderson, he was also doing good in this game. So overall, Liverpool looked like a composed team to me, and their defenders were also doing the right task. They were marking the players well. They kept Lukaku into their marking zones. So that was a good thing to see from Liverpool, who has been criticized lately about their defensive issues and
Defense.
losing the ball.
Yeah.
Even though I saw
Maybe.
Moreno committing mistakes in this game, but I think overall they managed to put on a performance which fans were really hoping from Liverpool lately. Yeah.
Liverpool actually played well on this match. They deserved to win.
Hmm.
The stats tell them
Yeah.
that should they win the match.
Liverpool had
Um,
62% possession as compared to United's 38%.
United had only one shot on target, and that shot on target
Yes.
was in this. That shot on target was literally on Mignolet's hands. So
Yes. Yeah.
Liverpool have had so many chances, really. Not
They
even on the first half, but even on the second half. They've
you're
had some sitters, like legit, like some sitters that shouldn't be even tolerating. Just put the ball back in the net. That's your job.
yes.
And
And y-
Salah, Firmino, and Coutinho were were linking up
they were
very well. Feel especially on the first half.
true.
Salah getting passes from Firmino. Firmino has been the pass sharer for Liverpool today, and Coutinho is the magician. Can pull off some good passes like that pass for Salah,
Yeah.
but that wasn't the first half.
Yeah.
And
True.
they had a sitter on that cross.
Yeah, they could have
Uh,
capitalized on that
they
pass.
could have scored since then. Like they could have scored and hold back the defense.
Ex-
The midfield of Liverpool, I don't see Wijnaldum playing as a center mid, as a pure center mid. I
Yeah,
see Wijnaldum playing on the left side,
on the left wing.
or even
Yeah.
left side on left mid. Yes,
Okay, left
left mid with a
midfielder.
4-4-2 with a 4-4-2 basic formation.
Yes,
That would work.
yes,
Um, and Wijnaldum is not fit yet to play as a center mid. I see Wijnaldum playing as a cam really
yeah,
because of his attacking mentality.
and
Um,
physicality as well.
and
He is a good physical
physicality too.
player. Yeah,
Yeah. Also, he plays for Holland. He plays as a cam as well. He plays more attacking for the Dutch side.
yeah,
Um, and I think Liverpool, as a team in general, lack finishing.
yeah.
I've
They,
seen Matt shoot today. I've seen Salah missing some good chances.
yeah,
Um, uh, Also, Emre Can missed a sitter with the ball from Gomez. That was exceptional.
yes. That was in the second half, I think.
Yeah, that was the second half. Yeah,
No, that was another chance in the second half where he ran the ball through the defense of United and made a silly foot to the ball, and he thought that yeah, it would go in, but no, that wasn't going in, man.
yeah. Also, there was a side netting with a deflection. Firmino was the one to make the shot.
Yeah.
There were a lot of chances, really. Just Liverpool weren't able to finish in general.
Yeah,
Uh,
and now going back to the topic of Wijnaldum that you mentioned, I think Klopp should give him a role of attacking midfielder, but starting as a CM, but in an attacking role, the role which he gave to Lallana last season.
oh Lallana, and Pogba can do that as well.
True.
If you relate to the attacking midfielders, like even Pogba can do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Not sometimes, he does it always. Yeah. The problem with Liverpool is just the finishing only. The defense for Liverpool was okay.
Yeah.
Gomez being man of the match for me, really.
True,
his
he put on
tackles.
a performance that we were willing to see from him because he had a bad game against Newcastle. I saw the way he was playing in that game was just like I would give him 5 stars out of 10 for that game. But in this game, he was like 8.5 stars out of 10 that I would give to him for his performance.
Yeah, I was watching the match on Sky Sports,
Hmm.
and Jamie Carragher, the former Liverpool player, was actually telling Neville to give Joe Gomez the Man of the Match award because he
Hmm.
truly deserved it. Like the tackles he pulled against Martial,
Hmm.
the interceptions, they
True.
were they were amazing in a way. Also, Martial has been marked very well from him.
Yes.
He also had some moments when he delivered the ball like that with Sean,
Yeah.
uh, and he has been good alongside Matip.
Yeah.
And Matip has been quite decent. These matches for me. I
Yeah.
think he can improve. I think he can improve. Maybe Klopp will make him improve
Yeah.
because they have been in Germany. They know each other well,
True.
and probably Klopp will make him improve.
Yes, he can make him improve.
Also,
Also about
also Moreno has been
yeah.
also Moreno has been exceptional today, but he needs to learn how to cross. Like some crosses from him were just very tough
Yeah.
and very high for that matter.
Yeah, exactly. And defense-wise, he was again creating the gap between Lovren and himself, so he needs to work on that as well. You can't give
Yeah,
that big gap to your against your opposition if you are defending or attacking, if you say.
yeah. I mean, Moreno has a bit of attacking mentality, so he likes to play more in an advanced position rather than just being there and defend.
True.
Um, but for me, man of the match really could have been Wijnaldum or Salah, but Salah got subbed off.
But
I
their
think Wijnaldum
finishing
got subbed
wasn't.
off as well.
Yeah.
I think Salah. I think Wijnaldum was subbed off as well. I think he
Wijnaldum,
didn't.
no, I don't think he was sub. There were two substitutions. One was Solanke, and
I think it
another
was the Chamberlain. Yeah,
Chamberlain.
yeah,
Yeah,
Chamberlain. Yeah, Chamberlain had an impact.
he had a movement
Yes,
in
he had
the
an impact
yeah.
actually. He outpaced Jones
Oh
and Valencia. No, he was at Young's side. So yeah,
yeah, he
he
outpaced
outpaced
Young.
Young.
Yeah,
He had outpaced Young and Jones like they were nothing. Also, it could be from the
and
stamina. They were tired, so
yeah,
he could outpace them
yeah.
easily.
It was true
Solanke didn't have an impact. He wasn't shown off very often.
because he came in the last 10 minutes. So
Yeah,
these
last
things,
minutes
yeah.
go. It makes sense.
So these things can
Uh,
happen with a player, but it was good to see Chamberlain running like that and giving up a perfect cross. He did give one or two crosses after coming on the
yeah,
field.
yeah.
So
Also,
so I think
yeah,
that
he had a
yeah,
case. He had a cross.
yeah,
I mean, he crossed one in, but it was very high. If he could make a low cross, maybe Liverpool could
good.
have scored one
Yeah, because
on the
there
last
there
minute.
was a header on that cross and it went as a corner. So I think United defenders went high and cleared the ball on that cross.
Yeah, I think that was the last corner, was it? Yeah, that was the last corner.
Yeah, it was the last corner for the game, or I think second last corner.
Yeah, it's somehow one of those.
Yeah. Now a talk
Defensive wise, I
and
mean,
yeah.
for defensive wise, Liverpool has been good.
Yes, they were good for in this game.
Marking the important players that are dangerous for every side. They have been marking them
Yeah.
very good.
Yes, true.
and and
Yeah,
like I think they can improve on the defense side. Uh, for the midfield, they could have created more plays for the
yeah,
attack because sometimes, not sometimes, but almost every minute that passed on, the counterattacks, the counterattacks were made by the attackers themselves.
true.
So the midfield needs to be more creative.
Yeah, they need to
So
involve themselves to create chances for their attackers so that they can get results, because that is needed now. Because and you can't just keep dropping points. Like they dropped 2 points today, and they have dropped many 2 points in the previous 3 games, which were in their hand, which were in their hand.
and um, and I saw Coutinho a couple of times really just getting back on the midfield to get the ball and to create an attack.
And he was going
Uh,
deeper in the defense as well in Liverpool
yeah,
defense.
Coutinho was like they don't get the ball from the midfield. That's why they get back to get the ball
Yeah.
and literally creating the attack himself. That's
Yes.
why he came back.
So that's the area
Uh,
where Liverpool needs to improve in their future games. Now, I think we should talk a bit about United, because that would be unfair if we don't talk about them. Even
yeah,
though
United.
there's nothing special to talk about the way they played. I mean, they made it a dead game, a sort of boring game for all the United supporters. I would
I
say,
would
yeah,
say I would say a typical Mourinho game for them, really,
exactly,
because they were holding. I saw in the 16th, no, 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 16th, 60 minutes, they were just holding the ball, passing it all around,
yeah,
from the defense to midfield and to midfield to attack, just throwing the ball, not throwing the ball, passing the ball back. I saw that Manchester United just wanted the draw, and Mourinho would be pleased about it.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
true,
the stats between the coaches, 1 out of 7, 1 out of 7 for Klopp that he has lost against Mourinho, and Mourinho has never lost against Liverpool in general.
yeah.
So Mourinho could have avoided the draw by scoring. Lukaku had an amazing chance in the first half, really, and that's what
But
was the
yeah, but I
the
think,
only shot on target.
yeah,
That was the only shot on target. The shot of Lukaku. He pulled off.
and
He
he
pulled off
shoots it
an
as,
amazing,
yeah.
an amazing chance, and Mignolet with a save.
That was a good
Mi-
save. I mean, I was surprised to see that, yeah, he latched onto the ball at the right moment. And more surprising was the
Uh,
way Lukaku took the ball. He could have easily scored that goal, but he shot it straight to the keeper, and which was an easy save
yeah,
for every
that was the
keeper.
problem. I mean, like he could have waited for his teammates to arrive and score easily. Not score easily, but they would score actually on the first half.
But I think the
If
mentality,
Lukaku would
yeah,
have held the ball, probably they would score.
true,
But he decided to shoot, and then he missed.
right,
And that was the only shot on target for Manchester United. Really,
yeah.
I cannot see United being on top four if they play like this.
Yeah, and
Really.
I do think the mentality of their midfielders weren't about like going for a win. They came to, I think, draw the game and get a point, because the way Herrera was playing, and Herrera was playing, he was committing fouls after fouls, and I was
Yeah,
surprised that he didn't get a red card, because he made many bad tackles on a player, and once he got booked with a yellow.
Lukaku could have got a red card as well because
Yeah, I
he had a
remember the
couple.
incident.
He had
Yeah,
a couple of debatable things
yeah,
by judging the
he ran
by
over.
judging.
He
The
ran
referee
his,
could have given
yeah.
him a yellow card for that Lovren, but it didn't seem that he he did it with an intention. He did
Yeah,
it without his intention. So
but yeah,
about the Lovren contact, but
yeah.
the second one with Joe
Um,
Gomez, that was a yellow card straight away.
yeah, that was, and another incident I remember was the one with Amre Chan. He ran his heel over his face. That was terrible.
Yeah, maybe because he's way too physical. I mean, like his
Yes.
physical makes him slow, and
But generally, players do take notice of the player who is lying on the ground, so that you don't, by any mistake, put your shoe on their face. So that looked a nervy moment for Emre Can for sure.
yeah, that I think that was Lovren and not Emre Can. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Uh, Lukaku is very strong physically, and there was a time that Lukaku crossed one in, and his
Yes,
crossing
I remember.
abilities weren't that good. He held the ball very well, actually, on that cross.
Yeah, but
Uh,
that cross was very poor, and it was expected because he is a striker and not a winger who would give you a perfect cross.
yeah, they are players. They are professional players, so they should know how to do it at the very least.
Yes, true.
That's why they train. They train to do everything, and crosses, running, passes, attacks. That's why they train for.
But
And Mourinho, I think, trained them to get the defensive mentality. I mean, he gave them the defensive mentality, so they could get at least 1 point.
uh,
He wanted to get the 3 points by getting one counter attack, and that's it. So Liverpool
yes,
could tire. So Liverpool could tire, and they scored the second one. That would be the thing,
yes,
which which I would see happening on the match.
yeah,
And I saw some couple some couple of moments that Man United did counter attack,
yeah,
but their counter attack wasn't that good. So yeah, there was only like 2 3 times. They have made 6 shots on target,
yeah,
and really, I didn't expect them to not win this match only because of the poor play. And
yeah.
really, I just I just thought I thought in the 92nd minutes United didn't deserve to win this match. In general,
Yeah, also
way
because they
not
were
good.
for,
The
yeah,
the defense of United um, was lined up perfectly today,
hmm,
and I expected United to get more attacking today because it's a big day. It's Liverpool. It's your rival. So
at
why
least
not?
you would play some attacking football. Like if you see Pep Guardiola, he does play attacking football against the big teams. He isn't like sitting back and not doing anything on the field. So that,
Yeah, yeah. Guardiola plays attacking football in general. It's not in some matches. He plays
yes,
attacking football with every team. It
true,
doesn't matter which team it is. If it is Crystal Palace, let's demolish them. I
true,
don't care.
true, true,
Like
true.
you have seen the last results: 7-2 versus Stoke, 5-0 to Feyenoord. Like some mad results coming
Yes,
from the attacking play.
exactly. If you play attacking, you are to be in a strong position if you have that potential in your team. And same is the potential with Liverpool, but it's a bit of sad that they aren't finishing well. That's the only issue right now with their attackers, and some issues with their midfielders.
Finishing, and creativity. That's what Liverpool lacks currently.
Yes,
So with the arrival of Keita, actually, Liverpool would get creativity and more attacking play. And also it's a
yes,
record signing, so I expect miracles from him.
Yes, he is a good player and he can do pretty much good things for the team wherever he would play.
It would be a good addition because he can play as an holding midfielder. He could play as a center mid. He could play as a cam. He's a general beast on midfield.
Oh, yes, he is a good player, and fans must be hoping that he comes in January window. But I don't want to speculate about it. Let's see what happens with the
Uh,
time.
that depends on Leipzig proceduring on Champions League. So
Yes.
that depends on Leipzig only. So if they get eliminated and go to Europa League, I think. How's the deal though? Will he go to Liverpool if Liverpool obligate him to get him? If Leipzig doesn't go through the group stages of Champions League, or is it? How is
No,
how is the deal, by the way?
no, it's not like that. The deal was simply for the next season that after the end of this season he will be getting to Liverpool. It was a simple deal, right? There was nothing, no clauses mentioned like if they won't qualify for Champions League, he would be here.
Yeah, I've heard some rumors about it, so I'm not quite well
Yeah,
informed
yeah,
about
there
the
is
deal.
possibility if Liverpool goes and talks with Leipzig that we want your player right now in the January window as you aren't progressing in
Ah,
Champions League.
yes. So it's an obligation then. So it's an obligation in January if they
It's
can.
it's
Yeah,
totally on
I like
Liverpool.
it.
Yeah. So there is one interesting thing that Mourinho said after the game. He said, "I thought playing at home and being 7 points behind us that Liverpool were going to change and go more attacking, but they didn't." I mean, I find it absurd. For with Liverpool having 19 shots on target, 19 total shots with five going on target, and the manager of the opposition team says something like this. What's your take on that?
Well, Mo can be an arrogant guy at some times,
Uh,
but he doesn't want to show the loss of his team. He doesn't
yes.
want to accept it. I mean, he can accept the points, but not the
And one
loss.
thing that I like about him is that he turns the negative, any negative vibe coming his way into a positive one. So that is a positive statement that you lash out at your opponents like this, and somehow that would help your squad as well. If your manager is speaking like that,
Yeah, that was a bold statement when you.
uh,
Yeah, that's a bold statement
maybe
when
that's
your
why,
team has been
yeah.
when your
And
team has been outclassed
yes, you can say
so
so
far,
too.
since from possession, shots, even free kicks, corner kicks.
Even if you see the passes, Liverpool made twice as many passes as compared to Manchester United, who made 350 passes in the game, and Liverpool almost made around 600 passes in that game. So it pretty much tells that Liverpool were in a commanding position in that game, but it ends as a draw where we can't say anything because that's how it had to go.
Yeah, I was surprised by only one fact.
That is
That's Lukaku.
true.
He has had the least touches on the game. Like even Mignolet had more touches than him. Like
Yeah, that
that's hilarious. That's hilarious. I don't want to express it, but I'm not a United fan as well, so I don't know why am I not laughing about it.
yeah
And
that is a worrying sign if
and
you
the
if
banter
yeah true.
about him after the match, it was hilarious, especially from the Englishmen. The Englishmen are very very
Yeah,
well known about the banter. So uh,
and
there were banters like who the hell is Lukaku? He's not here. Stormzy should have been sent off. Like they compare him to Stormzy because they look alike.
I read something like Lukaku, who is she? That was a funny one.
Yeah, right. So that the banter around Lukaku after the match, is way too much.
And if I will be honest, I did expect that from Lukaku because against the big teams, he doesn't do anything special, and he justified me, I would say.
I mean, for now, he has proven himself to score
I'm not
against a
saying
team
he's a bad player,
against a team like West Ham, like Leicester.
too.
Yeah, pretty much more like it.
I'm not
But
saying that he's not a bad
for
player.
now,
Yeah,
he's overpriced. Let's just say that he's overpriced for now,
yeah,
because the time will tell how good is he for Man United. Will he fit into Mourinho tactics? So
you know
yeah, that depends.
he's a good player,
He's
but
kind of overpriced though.
he isn't a world class. You can't call him a world class player with that performance. Like not scoring in a big games,
Yes,
definitely. You are a good player, that's okay.
a world class player is someone who makes the difference not
You
only against small teams,
you
but
know
makes the
I will be honest here.
difference
Suarez
with
was
the big.
yeah. I would talk about bit about Suarez's time at Liverpool. He was also the same player. He didn't used to score in the big games, but after
Yeah,
going to Barcelona, he
Suarez
has
case is different.
yeah,
Suarez case is different, believe me. Then
true.
Suarez pulls off the transfer request. Now he's playing for Barcelona,
Yeah,
and
but
to be honest,
I mean, I'm just saying that
there's
there
just
are
mention fact
yeah,
from live Barcelona game. I am currently watching it,
yeah,
and I am watching the game, and Suarez was the one to equalize. Sorry for
yes.
interfering, and
No, that's all right, man.
sorry for mentioning a match that hasn't a relation to our discussing match.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we were talking
we're
about
discussing
the good forwards
that.
and them not performing in the big games. Lukaku and Suarez, his time at Liverpool was the same the way Lukaku has been doing right now. That's what I wanted to say. Not that
Oh yeah,
he isn't
I
doing good.
know.
He has
He
improved a
was
lot after.
excellent.
Yeah, he
How
was.
many years did Suarez stay at Liverpool?
I think he stayed for 4 years. If
For
I
yeah, on the first year, did he made an impact?
not in the first year, he started making his impact from the second year onwards.
What Lukaku is having right now. He's not having the current.
Yes.
He's not fit in yet with the Mourinho tactics. He's also having the pressure that he has been bought with a premise that United must win
I think
something
it's
out of this.
similar to Paul Pogba's scenario, which was
Yes,
in
the
the last
first season.
season. Yeah, true.
That's he has the pressure that he has been kind of overpriced. He has been bought for 80 million. For 80 million, you could get a less striker sort of thing. And he is having the pressure right now. It's not even the first 10 matches yet, and he is having this pressure. He has
Yes,
scored though. He has
yes.
scored some goals.
He's
And
go.
no one can judge. No one can judge his scoring ability. He's very strong physically, and he can hold the ball when it's necessary. He can pass the ball. It's not like he can fail as a player in general.
True,
But but the weakness of Lukaku actually was not was but it is actually the first touch. The
true.
first touch of Lukaku is dreadful. Like
But I also
like
think it would be
even I have
yeah.
than Lukaku. Even I have a better first touch than Lukaku. Like
You can say that, but I would counter it by saying that the team United team didn't help him to get the ball at his feet.
yeah, that was a problem too. The midfield.
So we can't really criticize him right now. We'll have to see the more big games, the game against likes of Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea, or their neighbors Manchester City. If he does same with those teams, then I'm pretty sure he isn't doing it right, and they
Yeah.
need to find a solution for that.
Yeah, so City faces Arsenal next week.
Uh, I I think they are facing. I'm not sure about it totally. I will have to look if they are facing Arsenal next or not.
No, they don't face Arsenal next week. So They face Burnley at home, and Arsenal faces Everton. So yeah, pretty much more like it. The big match for next week though will be Tottenham.
Tottenham against Liverpool.
That's a match to watch. I think it is an away game as well for Liverpool. Yeah, it is an away game for
Yeah,
Liverpool.
and
So
surprisingly,
so playing at
Tottenham. Yeah,
Wembley would be another pressure for Tottenham at least.
but I would point out
They did
something.
get a
Yeah,
win. They did get a win today,
yeah, I was coming to that
which is
point.
surprising.
True, true. I was surprised with that. They managed to win at Wembley. Okay.
Yeah, and I want to see Kane playing well, and why not scoring past Mignolet? Because
True,
I can see Mignolet being the goalkeeper that will start on that match.
true.
Um, I think Eriksen can cause problems. Uh, Dele Alli, I don't see Dele Alli as a problem really. He's just a wonder kid, really just has had his season and now he's performing well. I'm not judging him by what has he done by now.
Yeah,
Uh, but he isn't much of a threat, I can say, for Liverpool. Uh, I can say the biggest threat for Liverpool is currently Harry Kane.
I think
He is
he is threat to every opposition right now in the league. He's a top goal scorer in the Premier League. I think right now.
Yeah, he is. He is alongside Morata, Lukaku. Lukaku has 7 goals. Aguero, Jesus, Kane, Morata, and Sterling have 6 goals. Sterling having 6 goals from Sterling. Look at that! Like
Yes, because they are scoring goals in heaps, so that is pretty much normal from Manchester City player.
on Manchester City, everyone has an opportunity to score. Silva scored 2 today.
And you know
Even
what's more shocking? That in
yeah,
8 games that City have played, they are having a goal difference of 25 goals just in 8 games.
yeah, it's 8 games, and look, look at that form. Like with plus 25
True,
and United with plus 19. So
that is
United with
hilarious.
United with plus 19, four past Swansea, four past Everton, four past
Uh,
West Ham. There you have it. 12 goals from only 3 teams. But City is proving every doubters wrong right now with that.
and I think if in the next 10 or 12 games they keep same goal difference, I would handle them the league title or then only.
Give it to them now. They deserve it.
Yeah, they do deserve it, but you don't know how the schedule of the Premier League and the cups and Champions League games can hamper your performance. So that would be very exciting to watch. What happens with the top teams who are currently leading the table when their schedule gets hectic. So you can expect a slump from them if they don't put
Yeah.
a right performance.
I'm just going to point out the fact for Napoli,
True?
whom City will face on the Champions League.
Yeah.
Napoli Napoli have done an 8-win streak on the league. They've beaten Roma
True.
1-0, and they have done 8 out of 8 with 24 clear points. With
That
a goal average, with a goal average, uh, with a goal average 26-5, with a plus 21 goal average. So I can see Napoli being a threat to City, even after losing the match against Shakhtar.
yeah.
Napoli will actually demolish City.
They
That
can they can
their front three is exceptional.
They can, but what we have to look at after that game is they are facing Burnley, and if they do the game, then definitely they are dropping the 2 points, which means they will level up with Manchester United. They can level up with United again, and it would get
Uh,
interesting in our Premier League table.
yeah, Premier League table looks fine actually. With that second place of United 20 points, Tottenham, Watford is a surprising though.
Yeah, they managed
Watford
to
on the fourth place. They
shock.
managed to win today
Yeah,
against Arsenal, which we were discussing earlier.
yeah.
Um, I am very surprised from Watford. Bruno Silva. No, it's actually Marcos Silva.
It's
Marcos Silva.
it's
Marcos Silva, the coach,
okay.
has put some good mentality over the team. Also the players like Richarlison,
Yeah,
Gray, Doucouré,
yeah.
they've been good over these uh, over these weeks for Watford. Also, that dramatic win with the dramatic draw with West Bromwich, that explains the attacking mentality that they've had.
That is good, but I would like to talk about the Chelsea game against Crystal Palace. I was,
Chelsea game. I saw the Chelsea game. Chelsea game
and by the way,
against Crystal Palace.
why I want,
I am very
yeah,
surprised from Palace because they had conceded 17 goals and
yeah,
they didn't score none. And out of nowhere, they beat the holding champions
true,
and scoring 2 goals past them. One of them being an own goal.
and
So
that's something which you won't expect with a manager of your team being Roy Hodgson.
yeah, Roy Hodgson has also been a coach for Liverpool, so you might know him better than I do, actually.
No, I
Uh,
won't. Don't even want to talk about him. I would only talk about the Crystal Palace players right now. I think
Crystal Palace,
the coming back of Zaha.
Crystal Palace needs to get that striker that can prove himself on the big matches. Like it's not only going to be Zaha on this all the time. They need
True,
another one. They
but
need Sacco. They need another Sacco, the defender.
yeah,
Uh, Kabaye should be trying to get his form. Also, Hennessy is injured, I think.
but
It was the other keeper today.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, Also, the defense really lacks for Crystal Palace. You can see the goals they have conceded. They, of course, come from the defense.
Yeah, they are having minus 16 goal
18
difference.
goals, 18 goals with
Yeah,
a minus 16 goal average.
that is too terrible for that team.
And also having Sacco having Sacco, which is a
Yeah,
record signing for Palace.
yeah.
That's kind of dreadful, actually. But their win against Chelsea were
That is a good boost for them right now.
that's for the morale of the Crystal Palace. And they now can try, why not win the next match against Newcastle?
And
Newcastle.
I'm a bit surprised to see Leicester and Bournemouth in the bottom three. Leicester is at number 18th and Bournemouth are sitting at number 19.
Yeah, they do not look good there.
Yeah, but I do
I,
think
ex- I expect
yeah,
I expect Leicester to do something because really, Bournemouth have been proving good. Have been proving the doubters wrong about the last 2 seasons. One of them being on 10th place
yeah.
or 10th place or 11th. I don't remember well, but um, they need to improve not only the squad, but they need to improve their game. Probably a change of the coach.
Yeah,
should be good for Bournemouth because they are not having the current form. On their last five, they have had only one win and
all
only one draw.
although
Uh,
Sean Dyche is regarded as a good coach, but I don't think I don't understand how things are not working for him right now. But I do know one thing: if Crystal Palace manages such wins the way they did today, Everton are surely going in the relegation zone because they are currently right now at number 17.
Number 17, yeah.
Yeah,
And Everton has been spending a lot.
and yeah,
And as I've been saying so many times, they have bought overrated players.
yeah, it was too much hype. I think in the summer transfer, people were
Too
saying,
much hype, yeah.
"Oh my
Yeah.
God, they are
Too
getting
much
this
hype
player,
around Everton.
they are getting this player," and now you look at them, 7 points from 7 games. That is hilarious.
And they have a match against Brighton, so Brighton should be the game that they will raise the morale, and they're going to the Premier League to Europa League match with
Yeah,
a morale boost.
yeah.
So they have a Europa League match against,
To be
I think,
honest, I don't think Everton will be having a good season at all. I don't expect them to be doing good in Europa League or in the Premier League. Their squad is just no not
in
so good.
Premier League they're not having a good time. Neither in Europa League. In Europa League they were destroyed by a side that drew with Juventus last week.
I do think
And
what they are lacking right now is the squad having slow players, which surely can't help you in a Premier League.
um, the problem with Everton is the mentality.
All right.
Coleman, Koeman has Koeman didn't have these players, and the players aren't fit with his mentality yet. So it will take time. This current form for Everton is kind of deserved because you cannot expect good things immediately after you bought the players. But
True.
it needs time. It's happening the same with AC Milan, but AC Milan has done some couple of wins instead of Everton being on a 17th place. AC Milan
Yeah.
is AC Milan plays a different football from Everton. But
Okay.
that doesn't relate. But
True.
Everton is on a league that requires physical, requires tactics, requires offensive play. While
Yes.
Italian league is more tactical and more counter-attacking league, as I can see, um, as I've seen past these seasons, this past like 8, 9 seasons, I've been watching Serie A. It's
Yeah.
very tactical. It's very tactical and physical at the same time. And
Yes.
Everton's players aren't fit with the coach's mentality yet.
Yes.
They have to be one with they have to be one with the coach. The only one who is proving the doctors wrong is Michael Keane and Jordan Pickford.
Yeah.
Uh, because you see, getting Michael Keane
True.
was a smart idea because Liverpool was after him as well.
Yes. They were. There were
And
rumors that Liverpool can get him, but it was Michael Keane's decision to go to Everton. So yeah,
oh yeah,
he's
okay, okay. So it was his decision. So yeah, we cannot judge someone's decision on why he has joined this current club that he has. Now he's having a hard time.
so yes, exactly. You mentioned it right. In the coming days, that is, there are two games. I think today on 15th, Everton are playing Brighton and Hove, and Newcastle are playing Southampton. A game which, if Newcastle manage to win, they can join the 2-3 more teams who are on the 13 points. And after that game, there is a game between Leicester and West Brom. So we will have to look at those games, how they are going to go through, and then only we can see how the Premier League table can be after this game week. So I think we should wrap it up right now, because we
Oh
have
yeah, yeah.
fairly had a good discussion about the Liverpool and United clash, and we also covered up about the games that happened in Premier League. So I think I hope that you really enjoyed this podcast.